Shalom, shalom. It's your brother Wal Rumia back with another lesson, Lord willing to be edifying. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Waharakakadash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. And shalom to the 144,000 and the one-third men, women, and children that will escape the judgments of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, man. This is another lesson going into, basically the prophecy, man, the signs of the times. As we know, another big P is going to happen. So we have to be prepared for it mentally and spiritually because I believe this is going to be the last one when they do it, man. And they saying this new disease X, which I don't see them. I haven't seen them monitoring that term yet. But the disease X, they said 40 to 75% of the people are going to die from that disease, man. To get it. And as we see the CV jank, I say it like that, the CV is spiking back up, man. And we're gonna see where all these things head to here in the near and close future, man. As we see these pagan holidays are coming back, and I believe the devil gonna spike whatever disease he has in the water, the air, or wherever it's gonna come from. I see him spiking it, man, because they want to do another lockdown, man. But I'm gonna get into these videos, man. I'll just put a disclaimer on them. Fair use, fair use. These videos that I'll be using is just for educational purposes only. None of these videos are fact, or you could call them satire. None of these are being made to be used as a fact. So let's get into them.
We've been telling you guys and we've been warning you guys about this. The new pandemic is officially here. And the new pandemic is called Disease X. Over 50 million people already is getting treated on it. And it's about to spread internationally. We've been telling you guys this for a minute. Stock up on water. Stock up on food. Flashlight. We've been telling you this for so long. Bill Gates even told you, start preparing for the next pandemic. Because that time is actually arriving and it's already here. Health officials warn disease X can cause serious international epidemic. One factor is fueling the threat. And you know the reason why that is? Because the earth is getting hotter. The earth is heating up even more. And that's just not it. Animals are getting more closer to humans. The earth is heating up, according to Copernicus climate change.
And that's just the point on that, man. We know who's dealing with the earth and making it warm and all of that stuff. We know their agenda. So that's all he's going to say at the end of that. But these are the videos I really want to get to because as you see, this is what's coming. And this is what I'm making this video for because New York has. I'm gonna let them explain it. Let's get to it.
All right. Well, you need to stop scrolling and take a look at this one. As y'all may remember, in New York, Governor Hochul had been pretty dictatorshipish. That's a word. During this lockdown, basically, where they can take you out of your home and put you in somebody else's home, put you in encampments, things of that nature. Now, that was challenged because it was deemed to be, I don't know, unconstitutional, to say the least. But anyway, so they basically, the legislative branch had skipped over, or had been skipped over, I should say, right? So in order for a governor to enact a law, they have to put it through the legislative branch, have it voted on, and if it passes, then it can be. Well, this wasn't. Now, what's interesting about this is the appellate courts that the reason they were siding with Hochul on this was because nobody was physically harmed, right? Nobody was harmed with this. What gets very scary about this is they're allowing the executive branch to override the legislator's power to make law, right? This is literally turning into communism. Now, what happened is the attorney here actually won the case in the lower court. Hochul appealed it, and when it got to the appeals court, of course, she had a couple nominees in there from her and Como, 4 out of 5 to be total, or to be exact. And yeah, they overturned it. So what does that mean? That means that in order to overturn this insanity, it has to go to the final Supreme Court of New York State. Now, just like the U.S. Supreme Court, they hold the right to deny listening to this case, which means they don't have to hear it in. What that means is it stays with the appellate court's decisions, which means the next outbreak, when it comes, they will be able to take New Yorkers and put them in lockdown, and they don't even have to be sick. There could just be the threat of public safety, right? Now, I know a lot of people get on this app when they hear California and New York. They're like, well, that's why they live there. Blue state this and blah, blah, blah. You have to be a fool to think that this stuff doesn't set precedents for the way of the rest of the country, because usually it happens in those 2 states, and it leaks to Ohio, then Washington, and then Michigan, and then it starts to spread. So you might want to rethink that whole bullcrap that you tell yourself that you don't live in that state. This actually gives them the right to put you in temporary government housing if they think that you're a threat to public safety, all in the name of safety. So, yeah, it is becoming extremely obvious that we are now going to completely get rid of the Constitution, and these people are going to do what they want, especially when we sit on our couch and allow them to.
There you have it, man. They finna start cracking down, man. And they already showing that the spikes is already happening, man. So this lady's pretty much going to reiterate it. She's going to explain the same exact court case in New York. She just basically explains it a little different than what he has. So let's check this one out as well.
This is definitely the scariest video I've ever made. It's not just for New York City, it's for the entire state of New York. We are all gonna have to run and get the fuck out of here. Let me explain to what happened over the weekend. Rule 213. Anybody remember what Rule 213 was supposed to be? Or what it is now? Over a year ago, Governor Hochul tried to have something come in place called Rule 213, where the state can come remove you from your home and put you into quarantine. And I'm not talking about C-19. I'm talking about any disease, including Lyme disease, toxic shock syndrome, things that aren't even contagious, okay? This happened last March. It was approved to go through until a bunch of lawyers sued them for it. And the judge appealed it. They said, this is not gonna go through. No thanks, goodbye. Until this past September, when Governor Hochul appealed that decision. He followed up with the New York State Supreme Court Appellate Division, 4th Judicial Department. Both sides gave their argument. Hochul's lawyers saying, oh, it's not going to be as bad as you think, while the other lawyers saying what the nightmare will be if this goes through. Number one, there's no age restriction. It could be your newborn baby, it could be your grandparents, it could be you who just gave birth. There are no restrictions to removing the person that needs to come out and go in quarantine. Could be in the middle of the night, middle of the day, while you're at work. Doesn't matter. They take you, you have no right. There is no due process. There are no court hearings. There is also no time duration limit. You are there until they tell you you can leave. You are forced also to take whatever medicine that they give you, whatever vaccine that they decide is good for you. On that list also includes experimental drugs. They're allowed to experiment with your body to see if something will work. I'm not making this shit up. This is all listed on the appeal. The worst part is you are not allowed to take a test to prove that you are not even sick. They don't care about test results. If they deem you to be a problem, they just take you out and put you into a quarantine. If you look up on Google, some websites will say, no, it's not a quarantine camp, it's something else. Well, really, what the fuck would you call it? They announced over this weekend, the appeals court finally got back with the decision after months later, and they put it through. Rule 213 is now in place for the entire state of New York. Attorney Bobby Ann Cox is saying there is only one more place they can appeal this. Is the New York State Court of Appeal. That's our last chance. Frankly, I don't know how any judge could have voted that this rule is okay. Maybe they don't think it will happen to them or to their family members or to their friends, but there is no way that this is constitutional by any means.
And there you have it. So you see the FCC has ruled over the internet. Now, I mean, they just basically, I don't even go to explain every single detail about what's going on. If you've been paying attention, you should see what's going on, and the ball is rolling. So we at the time of Jacob's trouble about to come in, man. Just as well as a dollar crash and all these other events that we know are slated to come in as well, man. So I just wanted to bring those videos out just to warn the flock, man, because we are here. Something major can happen, especially these pagan holidays coming along, man. These next 2 months are gonna these next two major holidays, man, is gonna be real crucial because a lot of people gonna be with each other. You know, a lot of families gonna be hanging out, and that's when that sickness is gonna spread. I believe. I don't know. I don't necessarily know. I can't say for sure, but it's not a coincidence that everything is coming up around the same time. They're gonna be able to take you out of your home and all that type of stuff. But we have already been warned of these events that's gonna happen, and we just basically reiterated into the flock, man. So I'm gonna start here at Revelation 2 verse 10. It says, "Fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison," man. And what do you think those prisons are? Those camps, man. "That ye may be tried, tested, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days, just a period of time, and you're going to be in there. It says, "But thou be faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life," man. So the Lord telling us to be faithful unto death, man. If we have to go and suffer that, being put in one of those camps or something, the Lord told us to be faithful unto death, and he's going to get us a crown of life, man. And I'm speaking of the elect, man, because the Lord is going to be with the elect all the way. This is Revelation 3 verse 10, and we should know these almost by heart now. It says, "Because thou hast kept my word, kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation," man. So when all hell breaking loose, man, and you in one of those camps or whatever, the Lord is going to protect you in the situation you're in. The Lord is going to protect you, man. He's going to keep you from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth, man. See, that this temptation, which is the MOTB, which is the mark, is going to be the temptation on the whole globe, man. No one is going to be able to bypass it without them being presented with this thing, man. Everyone is going to be presented this chip to take it or to take it or to deny it, man. So that's the hour of temptation the Lord is going to be with you with. He's going to put the spirit on you to protect you and for you to deny that MOTB. Verse 11, it says, "Behold, I come quickly. Hold fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown," man. See, hold fast to what you've learned, what you believe in, your faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The Lord is coming quickly, man. This is just, like I said, I always say this is it's just a test, man. That's what tried means, to test you, to test your faith. And that's why I was, brothers are constantly say, build up your faith, because the times we're coming into, you're not going to be able to get these videos, man, and get these lessons or talk to brothers or inbox a brother. And, hey, look, what's this breakdown on this? The time is coming where the famine of the word is going to be here, man. It's going to be set in order, and you're not going to be able to get this word anymore, man. And this is coming very fast, man. We don't have that much time before this is basically hits the main stage, man. So if you believe in this truth, you believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you're going to be in good case, man. Because the Lord going to keep you in a time of temptation, man. You are precious in the Lord's eyes, man. This is Zechariah 2 verse 8. It says, "For thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahushua, power of hosts." It says, "After the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoil you. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye," man. See that? They're going to come in like a flood, man. Let's get that next. They're going to come in like a flood. But the Lord said, whoever touch you, touch the apple of his eye, man. So the Lord loves his elect, man. And he's not going to let any harm come towards us, man. But we will endure the things that's going to come on the earth, man. Might be, put in one of those camps, man. Might be, subject to be beheaded or be killed for the witness of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. But we know we're going to be in good case, man. We know how this movie ends. This is Isaiah 59 and verse 18. It says, according to their deeds, accordingly, he will repay fury to his adversaries. Because the enemy, Esau, Edom, and these other heathen nations are the enemies of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. They are his enemies, just as well as they are ours. He said, recompense to his enemies, to the islands, he will repay recompense, man. He says, so shall they fear the name of power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. See, the enemies of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua want to fear his name when it's spoken, man. Because the presence of the Lord is going to be with us, man. He says, when the enemy shall come in as like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua shall lift up a standard against him, man. So the Lord is going to have protection over his elect, man. So when they come in like a flood, he's going to protect his elect, man. You are the apple of his eye. You put on the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. So he's gonna make good on his word, man. Verse 20 says, the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob. See that? The Redeemer is coming for you, man. He's telling you plainly in verse 20, man. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. This is what the Lord is saying. You turn from wickedness, man. Transgression. So now the Lord is going to make good on his word, man. He said, verse 21, he says, as for me, this is my covenant with them, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. See that? He's made a covenant with us to protect us, man, for turning against our wicked ways, man, for repenting. That's why he said, hold fast to what you have, because you don't want nobody to take your crown from you, man. You don't want nobody to tell you that this is not right. This is not the right way, which we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. This is no doubt this is the right way, man, because these people are clueless with what's coming, man. Verse 21 again, it says, as for me, this is my covenant with them, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. My spirit that is upon thee, and my words which I have put in thy mouth. See that? The Lord is with us, man. He put the words in our mouth, man. So we know for a fact he's coming quickly. It says, shall not depart out of thy mouth, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, from thenceforth and forever. See, what we believe and have faith in, we pray into the Lord, man. It should never should never make you change the way you think and way you believe, man. The Lord put this in our mouth. We didn't wake up and say, well, I'm going to be an Israelite today, man. I'm going to believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua today. No, man. The Lord gave us that spiritual tap on the forehead or the tap on the back and told us, man, you're going to be a man of the Lord, or you're going to be a woman of the Lord from now on, man. And you can't turn from it. You can't go a day without talking about this truth or seeking the truth in some way. So the Lord has said, the word, let me read that again. He said, the spirit, he says, and let me read that again. Verse 21, man, this is very heavy, man. He says, as for me, this is my covenant with them, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. This is his covenant he made with us, man, that he's going to be with the elect. He says, my spirit that is upon thee, and my words which I put in thy mouth. See, we didn't put these words in our mouth, man. His spirit is upon his elect, man. And he said it should never depart out of our mouths, man. He says, and my words which I have put in thy mouth. See, the Lord put this in our mouth, man. So we know, we believe. This is our faith, man. Shall not depart out of thy mouth. See that? We should continually speak of this truth, man. Nor out of the mouth of thy seed, our children, or to the mouth of thy seed, their children, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, from henceforth and forever. So we should always speak of our Lord, man, because he is faithful and true, man. He's going to make good on his word, man. And the only thing we have to do is fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. Believe on his report. Because 2/3 of our people, they don't have a clue, man. And it's not even for us to even continue to really like harp on them to get it. They're not going to get it, man. And you have to come to grips with that. That your family might not get it. You know what I'm saying? Your auntie, your uncle, they're not meant to get it, man. You know what I'm saying? And you might hit them with a scripture or something just to see if the Lord kind of shook them in any type of way to wake them up. But if they don't get it, they don't get it, man. And you have to be prepared to walk away from them because they're not going to get it, man. So, because when all hell break loose and this new bacteria enters enters the center stage, and they can continue to promote it on their news stations, our people are gonna run to it, man. Our family's gonna run to the Esau, man. And like I said, man, your mom, your uncle, your daddy, man, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna run to Esau, man. But the faith of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is gonna be so embedded in us, we're gonna be ready to give our lives for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and his word, man, his testimony. Because this is what we put our stock in, man. This is what we built up in the time the Lord woke us up. We've been building on this same, storing up the same treasures. Because as soon as we came into the truth, the Lord blessed us to understand, and then we grew and grew and grew, and we still added those spiritual treasure to our bank account, man. Continue to build on it. This is Ecclesiasticus, Sirach 35, and I'm starting at verse 16. It says, "He that serveth Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua shall be accepted with favor." See that? You serve the Lord, man. You built up your spiritual bank account, man. And your stock in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. "He that serveth Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua shall be accepted with favor, and his prayer shall reach unto the clouds." See that? We have a direct line to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua now, man. He says, "The prayer of the humble pierceth the clouds, till it cometh nigh, he will not be comforted." He says, "And will not depart until the Most High shall behold the judge righteously and execute judgment." See that? So we're going to be praying to the Lord in a time we might be in one of those camps, man. I might be in the wilderness, man. Wherever we at, man. Our prayers are going to pierce the clouds, man. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua going to respond to us immediately, man. But 2/3 of our people are not going to hear it, man. And that's the reason why the Lord gave you the understanding of the Holy Spirit, man. What is what? You know what I'm saying? The life, death. You know what life and death is now, man. We ain't harping on oh man, you might die for this. No, man, that don't even come across my mind anymore, man. You can die. Because we know if you die, you're going straight to the chariot, man. This flesh cannot enter into the chariot anyway, man. So you have to share this flesh anyway, man. So Esau is not going to be able to hold that over our heads, man. Oh, you're gonna put to death if you don't take it. So be it, man. Because we know the Lord has something greater in store for us, man. And we know if we have to die for this truth, man, they just sleep, man. But now we're close to the edge. We're close to the end, man. And the Lord is going to make good on his word, man. Verse 18, it says, "For Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua will not be slack, neither will the mighty be patient toward them, till he have smitten in sunder the loins of the unmerciful," man. See that? These Edomites are going down, man. He's going to smite them, man. He says, "And repay vengeance to the heathen." That's plain, man. He's going to pay vengeance to the heathen till he have taken away the multitude of the proud. He's going to destroy a lot of Edomites, man. These heathen nations, man. And that's why we try to warn you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, man. Wake up, man. Wake up, man. Wake up. He break up the scepter of the unrighteous. And that's what's going to happen, man. You proud Babylonians that believe this system is going to continue forever. That Esau Edom is the god of the world, and his kingdom is never going to go down. You're going to be greatly ashamed very soon. This devil going down fast, and he even know. This is Sirach 47, and I just want to get the point in verse 22. It says, "But Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua will never leave off his mercy, neither shall any of his works perish." See that? None of our works are going to perish, man. His didn't, because we believe in him, man. It says, "Neither will he abolish the prosperity of his elect." See that? He's not going to abolish the prosperity of his elect, man. His elect is going to be protected. He says, "And the seed of him that loveth him, he will not take away." See that? He's not going to destroy the ones that love him, man. that believe and have faith in him, man. He says, wherefore he gave a remnant unto Jacob, and out of him the root unto David, man. And that's basically just the bloodline that the elect came from, man. You know, not all the elect, but you know what I'm saying? All the elect, Salakia. From all the way from remnant of Jacob down to David, man. But the Lord is going to have mercy on his elect, man. No matter how things go. Those men and women and children will be protected, man. Let me see if this Bible working now. This is Daniel's, and we'll start at verse. This is Daniel's 3, and everyone should know this story by now. But it's always good to go back and check on the history of our people, man, that turned away from the heathen, the ruler of the heathen, and was protected. It wasn't forsaken, man. This is Daniel's 3, and I'm gonna start at verse 13. It says, then Nebuchadnezzar, this is when he was in Babylon, man. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in King David. And Daniel was in Babylon, man. It says, then Nebuchadnezzar, in his rage and his fury, commanded to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And that's basically the three holy children. It says, then they brought these men before the king. Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, it is true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, do not ye serve my gods? See that? So basically Nebuchadnezzar had gods he wanted the children of Israel to serve, man. And Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego would not serve those gods, man. Because he was basically go through the whole story where they blew the flute and the trumpets and they had to, bow down and worship. But Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they wouldn't bow down, man. They stood firm in the name and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And it's through the Spirit. It's the same thing that's going to happen to us, man. He says, verse 14 again, it says, Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? The same image we're going to have to turn away for and deny as well is, in the spirit, the same exact thing, man. His image. That's what it says in Revelation 13. Let's get that real quick. Because Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego had to deny to bow down and worship their gods, man. This is Revelation 13. And verse 17, it says, and that no man shall buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600, 6, man. It's like I want to go up right here. This is the point I want to get. 15. Verse 15, it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed, man. It's the same thing Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego had to go through, man. And we're going to be presented the same exact way, man. But they had faith, and that's what we're going to get to. Verse 14 again, it says, Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? Now, if ye be ready that it's like at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dismire. Let me get that word just to double check and make sure I pronounce everything correctly. Just a quick. Dulcimer. And these are all just musical instruments. Dulcimer and all kinds of music. Ye fall down and worship the image which I have made. See that? Which he have made. And we just read in Revelation, the same image is coming right back, man. It says, well, but if ye worship not, ye shall be cast the same hour into the midst of a furnace, a fiery furnace, man. So if you don't worship the beast, the same thing Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they was presented with death, man. Do you love your power enough to die? And that's what Esau think he holds over our head is death, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua conquered death, and he's coming back to conquer it again, man. So our faith is in the Lord, man. That's like their faith was, man. Because they was presented with death. At the end of 15, it says, and who is that power that shall deliver you out of my hands? And that's how Esau thinks, man. Who's going to deliver you out of his hands, man? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this manner. He says, if it be so, spirit that we have to be in, man. If it be so, our power whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, man. And that's the faith that we have, man. And that's what the Spirit of the Lord is going to be on us to have in the time we're coming into, man. When you presented with death, you presented to go into one of these, camps or whatever, man. Whatever you presented with, man, the Lord going to have the Spirit on you to endure it, man. 17 again, it says, and if it be so, our power whom we serve, and that's beautiful, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. Who we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace. And he will deliver us out of thy hand, O king. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. And that's a spirit you have to, like I said, we go back in these history of our people and see how they denied it, man. How the Lord was with them. So if the Lord was with them in that time and they did the same thing we're doing now, the Lord is going to be with us as well, man. And that's the faith that we have to have, man. And that's the faith you build on. You ain't worried about how did the Lord cook 5,000 fish? Did he wear sandals? We ain't worried about that now, man. We worried about what the Lord is going to do for us, man, because we believe we put off this world and believed in him, man. And our faith was increased as we continue to grow, man. As we continue to grow in the scriptures and grow in the spirit, the Lord is going to continue to build up our faith, man. And that's what we pray for, more faith, man, more knowledge, more understanding. That's the times we're coming into, man. That's all that's going to be required of us, man. How strong is your faith, man? Verse 18, it says, but if not, look, this is a very heavy line right here, man. He says, but if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy God. See that? Even if the Lord let you get put to death, man, you're going to be worthy to enter into that kingdom, man. Because you put off this old world, man, not caring about what they could do to you. You believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and you follow him to the end. So you're going to have a great reward in the kingdom, man. A great reward, man. So heavy. This is verse 18 is heavy, man. You have to meditate on these scriptures, man, because you have to feel, you got to understand what kind of spirit them brothers was in, man. Because, all of us, man, we're in the flesh, so you don't know, like, what's out there. You always cross your mind, like, what's after this, what after that. But we know through the scriptures how it all ends, man, how all it ties together. So our spirit, when we get to that point, knowing the Lord know how much we can take, we know how much we can handle. When we come to that point, you have to give your life for the Lord. You're going to be built up in the spirit, and the angels going to be able to be with you and guide you all the way, man. And that's the whole point of having faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. These other people, man, they ain't got a clue, man. They ain't going to understand when the guillotine is in their face, man. You're going to take the mark. Yeah, they're going to take it, man, without a shadow of a doubt. But the men of the Lord and the women of the Lord are going to be, man, blessed with the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua on us, man. Verse 18, one more time, man. This is very, very heavy, man. He says, but if not, be it known unto thee, O king, his spirit was heavy on him, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up, man. And that's a spirit we're going to be in, man. And we saying that now. No matter what they present to us, we're not taking the MOTB, man. We're not going to deny Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. We're not going to deny the Lord, man. What the Lord has done for us, man, we could never pay him back, man. And we can just give our life for the Lord, man. That's the least we can do, man. That's the least we can do. This is verse 19, Daniel 3, verse 19. It says, then was Nebuchadnezzar, let me slow down, full of fury, and the form of his image was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So he was pissed off, man. He says, therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat up the furnace one 7 times more than it was wont. It's like it. Then it's a tongue twister. He says 7 times more than it was wont to be heated. So they turned it up 7 times hotter than what it was. He says, and he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and to cast them into the fiery furnace, to the burning fiery furnace. He says, then these men were bound in their coats, the honus. Hassan. I gotta get that and see what Hassan is. Let's see what these. How was they dressed, man? The coats, the Hassans. I don't think I looked it up before, and if I did, I can't remember. That's Daniel's 3. Everything is spiritual, though, man. Everything is spiritual. So let's look up what they was wearing. Let me get to it. There you go, 21. Hassan coats. Let's make sure there ain't nothing different than what I'm thinking it is. Mantle coat. Ain't nothing different. Cloak, coat. But what's new with this? Hassan. A garment, coat, same thing. A gown, hammer. Oh, it's the same thing. It ain't nothing different than what I thought it was. Salakia. But I ain't never looked that up before. Verse 21, it says, then these men were bound in their coats, their hosen, and their hats, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. So they was cast in this fiery furnace, man. He says, therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent, and the furnace exceeding hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So the Lord killed them for even putting Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fiery furnace. It was that hot. He says, and these 3 men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace, man. So they bowed down inside of it in worship, man. He says, then Shadrach, Meshach, I'm going fast, man. I'm getting excited, man. It said, then Nebuchadnezzar king also astonished and rose up in haste. He was shocked. And that's what's going to happen, man. These heathen are going to be shocked where the Lord saved us, man. He says, and spake and said unto his counselors, did not we cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? He says, then answered and said unto the king, true, O king. He answered and said, lo, I see 4 men loosened, walking in the midst of the fire. See that? Yahweh Shah was with them, man. And that's the faith that, man, that's the faith I pray the Lord put on all us brothers, man. And all our women, man, that believe and have faith in Yahweh Shem El Shah, man. And he will, you know what I'm saying? But you just get passionate about this because this is going to be the last and final time this ever happens on the earth, man. That we be put in captivity. We go through these wicked and kingdoms and societies and shit that we've been through, man. This is it, man. This is it. So you get passionate about these stories that you read back in the ancient world, and they desire to see what we're going to go through in this time, man. So we living in scary but beautiful times, man, because the Lord is going to have mercy on his elect. 25 again, he says, he answered and said, lo, I see 4 men loosed walking in the midst of the fire, man. Whew. You got to be more, you have to be, you would have been shocked to see that, man. He says, and they have no hurt. They was turned up 7 times hotter than it was, man. Walking in the midst, not even hurt, man. So you know the Spirit of the Lord was heavy upon them, man. He says, and they have no hurt. And the form of the fourth is like the son of power, man. Woo! Woo! Yahweh Shai was with them, man, walking in the fire, man. So that fiery time is coming now, man. The Lord gonna walk with us, man. Man, this is beautiful, man. This is beautiful. Because you can't make nobody understand this, man. The Spirit of the Lord got to be with you to understand these scriptures, man. But we know the Lord, when we all hell breaking loose, man, the Lord is going to be with his elect, man. It was with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and a list of other men of the Lord, man. Man, this is going to be, man. I can see it, man. I can see it, man. Verse 26, it says, then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Oh, man. He said, yea, servants of the Most High Power. Woo! Come forth and come hither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth in the midst of the fire, boy. Woo! Man. That's heavy, man. That is heavy, man. Barakatah Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Barakatah Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Man, you can't, man. That alone, man, would give you chill bumps, man. That alone, man. They humbled that guy. They humbled Nebuchadnezzar, man. And he said, ye servants of the Most High Power. So if they said it, if the Nebuchadnezzar said it then, what about this Babylonian kingdom? What you think they're going to think, man, when all hell breaking loose and the men of the Lord is somehow making it through all these fiery trials, man? The Lord is going to be with us. And you have to believe that, man. You have to believe that. This ain't no fairy tale or no game, man. This is deadly serious, man. The Lord is faithful and true. The Lord is faithful and true, man. Let's get another situation that that, you know what I'm saying? Look at Daniel, man. Situation that it had to be the Lord that was with him, man. Without a shadow of a doubt, it was the Lord that was with him, man. They got him through those situations, man. It wasn't them on their own, man. It was the Lord with them. And these stories are you know, we all know them, but it's good to go back over them, man, because these are faith builders, man. These are faith builders, and we're gonna need all the faith we can get, man, when this time is coming, man. This is Daniel 6 and verse 16. It says, then the king commanded, and they brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions, man. You got to go up to read the story. You know what I'm saying? I just got the points I wanted to get to, man. You know what I'm saying? You probably already know the story. But it's always, like I said, it's always good to go back over, man, just to get these faith builders, man. Verse 16 again, it says, then the king commanded, and they brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions. Now the king spake and said unto Daniel, thy power whom thou servest continue, he will deliver thee. So he's kind of mocking him, saying, we put you in the lion's den, man. If you was basically testing him, man. If your Lord that you serve, he'll deliver you. And that's how we know that like Daniel Daniel didn't. He. I mean, I wasn't there, but you just feel it through the spirit, man. When you read these stories, man, that Daniel wasn't phased. He knew the Lord was with him, man. He said, then the king spake, the end of 16, he said, then the king spake and said unto Daniel, thy power whom thou servest continually, he will deliver thee. And a stone was brought and laid upon the mouth of the den, and the king sealed it with his own signet, so nobody could break it. He says, and with the signet of his lords. He says that the purpose might not be changed concerning Daniel, so nobody can change it. So he made made it purposely that he put his signet on there, so it won't be nobody that opened it up or anything. So if he knew somebody opened it up, he'll know it was somebody else that did it and not Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. So he wanted to make sure he put his signet on there. 18, it says, then the king went to his palace and passed the night fasting. He says, neither were instruments of music brought before him, and his sleep went from him. So basically just fast asleep. Continuing on, he says, then the king arose very early in the morning and went in haste unto the den of lions. And when he came to the den, he cried and with a lamentable voice unto Daniel. And the king spake and said unto Daniel, O Daniel, servant of the living power, is thy power whom thou servest continually able to deliver thee from the lions? He said, then said Daniel unto the king, O king, live forever. My power has sent his angel. Man, the Lord is going to have his angel take charge of us, man. That's in Psalms 91, man. 22, man. He says, my power hath sent his angel and hath shut the lions' mouths. So it was more than one lion in their mouths, that they have not hurt me, for as much as before him innocence was found in me. See that? The Lord has cleansed us, man. The innocence is found in us now, man. And we are just like in the same lot as Daniel, man. That's, don't nobody compare me saying we Daniel or nothing like that. It is the same spirit that the Daniel had, we gonna have, man. He says, and also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt. See, he didn't harm nobody, man. So the Lord had mercy on him, man, because he believed, man. He says, then was the king exceeding glad for him, and commanded that they should take Daniel up. Let me slow down. He says, and commanded that they should take Daniel up out of the den. So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no manner of hurt was found upon him. Same thing, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, was no hurt found upon them, man. Because what? He believed in his power. He believed in his power, man. And that's what the Lord is telling us to do, man. Believe in your power with all your heart and all your might, man. That's our job, man. That's our job. To believe in our power with all our heart and soul. And the Lord is worthy to be praised, man. Same thing he did for them, he's going to do for us, man. We got to continue to believe that. One last one. This is Psalms 124. Just want to get the point right here. He says, verse 6, I started 6. It says, blessed be Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, who have not given us as a prey to their teeth. The elect are going to escape the judgments of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. These judgments are not Esau's, man. He just got to present them because he's the devil on earth, man. But these are judgments of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Verse 7, he says, our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken and we are escaped. So even though they come and get you or do whatever, you're going to escape, man. You're going to escape. He says, our help is in the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. who made heaven and earth. The Lord created heaven and earth, man. We don't have to fear them. But they will soon fear us, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, man. They're going to soon fear us, man, because they're going to see the Lord doing miraculous things for the men of the Lord, man. And they're going to know that the Lord is with us. But I'm going to end it there, man. Lord, when it was edifying, shalom. Shalom.